Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids and ladies, welcome to the second channel, or wherever I upload this. Now, this footage is from when I was working on a mini project. Now, basically a fix-up, tune-up episode, but I never finished it. But I still have footage and feel like, why not still show it? Because there are a lot of cool key parts I'd like to show, and wherever it goes, I hope you enjoy. So, to explain when the trip, let me start over. This video is basically me fixing up a old remote control car. It's an odd looking spaceship kind of car, or basically a rover kind of car. And I got it on my trip to Indiana, the state, to see family. And I used to play with it as a kid. I would mess around with it all the dang time at my own home. But I don't know how it ended up back at my grandparents' house. It was originally my dad's old remote control car, and I actually have the remote for it too. So maybe in the future I can bring back this series somehow. So maybe in the future I will try my best to like find the actual parts like on the internet. So here it is. This is me working on it. So basically this is a fix-up tune-ups episode. So hope you enjoy, and let me know, should I continue it? Hope you enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages, welcome back to the show with your host and host, Mr. M, and welcome to a fix-up tune-up episode. Now, if you guys are new to this channel and don't know what fix-up tune-ups is, basically a series where I restore either plushies or something. I just like restoring things because my motive is I don't like seeing things broken or not working. Now today, or whenever you guys see this, I have this childhood toy of mine and my father's. This was his childhood toy that he played with. And I don't know how old this thing is, but let's look at the date. If I can find a date on this, it will be a miracle, because I've looked all over this thing. I cannot find a date. But probably tonight I'll do some homework and research it, because this thing, I have a little bit of backstory. This was my father's favorite toy growing up. Oh no, this won't sit. Sits darn you. Okay. So, I'm going to pray that this is the right remote to this car, because if it's not, oh well, nice to have a little prop for the background, because I don't know when this came out. If I can find a date on the remote. Is there a date? Sweet Jesus, I need a remote. No remote of just how old this thing is. Also, by the way, I am back from my mini vacation from family in Indiana. So if I sound a little bit off, that's because I'm tired, but at least wanted to film something. So what I'm going to be doing is at least restoring this to look much, much better. Hopefully. I'm just going to clean it up, make it look as good as I can. Because if you guys don't know, I have a vintage cubby, but now a new vintage cubby, which I filled already with sewing pamphlets and a vintage notebook with a few notes from my grandmother. Because that notebook's probably from the 90s, the late 80s. And a little, I brought back a lot of stuff from there, and, well, we're gonna see. So, without further ado, let's begin, shall we? So, what I'm going to be doing is, first I'm going to be screwing off the body, and probably that. So I'm going to be screwing the body, basically the plastic frame right off, because now I do want a backstory of why I have this is because, if you guys don't know, I probably don't even remember talking about this, but I took a mini vacation to go to Indiana to see family, because I just graduated. So, while we were looking through my grandmother's basement, because sadly she passed away, I found this. Now this is my dad's childhood toy that he had, and the thing is, I love this toy so much because I was playing with this when I was young. I brought it from my grandma's house to our house and played with it because I have a lot of history with this thing, but it never worked 100% because I can never find the remote, and I never actually remote controlled it. I just tied a string to it and off we went. So there's that. So it's not it. This wheel's working, except this one's a bit stuck. So we're just gonna see what's wrong and just pray. So I'm gonna start unscrewing and get back to you when I am done with that. Alrighty, I thought I'd show you the process of what I'm doing right now. Ignore the weird dolls in there. So what I've done as of right now, I've taken out the tracks and I've taken off the front axle and the battery holder thing and the battery and one wheel. So right now it looks like this. It looks. Oh, sorry, Springtrap. I kind of assaulted you with the antenna. So right now I'm unscrewing the wheels because they're gonna get freaking cleaned big time. So I'm unscrewing the wheels and unscrewing the body because I'm gonna open this big boy up, see why this wheel, actually not this wheel, that wheel is not spinning. It looks like it's rusted. Completely rusty. So I'm gonna see why nothing is working. So I'm gonna cut back to when I have most of this taken apart. So I'll cut back to you then. Okay, welcome back. I have been working very hard and having a bit of an issue. So we got it off. We got the body, and it is missing the engine part and the little cover. Now that's the cleanest I've ever seen this thing. Right there. That speck, that patch right here, cleanest it's ever been. Other than a few spots here and there. But I just took off those two parts, and we're having a bit of a problem with the motor. I couldn't get one screw off. So it's soaking right now with WD-40 for a bit. We're gonna let it soak for maybe 2 hours to start on the next project. Probably gonna be fast and simple, so let's pray. So I'm gonna cut to when I'm ahead on working on something. So yeah. Okay. Okay, that'll do. So we have good news and bad news. Good news is, well, actually I don't think I got any. Well, I got some good news. Good news is, I figured out why the wheels won't turn. And that's because if the remote is turned on, then both wheels will work. Because this one's working, this doesn't want to turn. But there's a switch in the back that if I switch to the middle, because this determines, I think, on what should turn. So there's that. So what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of minutes is polishing and shining up all these tires and parts and putting it back together. But where is it? I will be cleaning up the body and the tires and that in a couple of minutes in the sink. So I'll cut to when it's that. But back on topic before I do call it, I could not get this screw out. I've tried so many things, it just won't work. So it's just gonna be used for a prop anyway. So see you in the next clip.